Hi, everybody. This is Dimitris Aleas from New York with my yellow pencil, as I say, and my life experiences. I want to read to you a letter, an open letter to the streets of Minneapolis. And why I say to the streets of Minneapolis and I don't say to the people of Minneapolis, of Minnesota, or to the people of America. This is an indirect way to say a big thank you to Bruce Springsteen and the song he wrote Streets of Minneapolis. And as we all know, a few years ago he wrote another great song, Streets of Philadelphia. At the same time, I want to say here that we all love America, we all support this country, and we all support and love the people live on this land. And here is my open letter. It starts. Here is my open letter to the streets of Minneapolis, Minnesota, from the streets of New York. It's an open letter to the streets of America too, the country we all love, for giving us bread, admire, and never forget for the founding fathers' promise of liberty in 1776. Just hours ago, just days ago, a headline in the New York Times read, Federal agents kill a 37-year-old Minneapolis man. It opened with a line that felt like a short story and landed like a funeral bell. The victim was an American citizen with no criminal record who had a firearms permit. The police chief said, that sentence now carries the weight of a nation's loss, a nation's grief. Across America, ICE agents' methods, emboldened by the Trump administration, flickers across civic news and floods our phones. Neighbors stand in the streets not to riot, but to shield one another from fear. Thus, law abiding people should never be targets regardless of immigration status. This is very important. God Bless America is meant to honor dignity and restraint. If this continues, the phrase risks mutating into something unthinkable. Even God fears America. What we're witnessing is galloping hubris against 7076. And as I said before, and the founder's promise of liberty. I felt American in the worst way, like I had taken a bullet in the chest too, for a life lost. Are we entering a parenthesis of tyranny? Is ICE drifting towards a Gestapo logic? No. This must never be allowed to happen in America. Also, ICE agents must remember that Americans began undocumented or are descended from them. America too must remember the contributions of all immigrants across the centuries, especially those who live in fear today, and help them obtain citizenship instead of forcing them into hiding. Like hundreds, thousands, millions of fun francs. I think that was the logic of the brave Minnesotan who lost his life protecting his community, and protesting always. His name was Alex Pretti. Before him, there was Renee Good. And before Renee Good, there was others who lost their lives. May their memory be eternal. God bless the streets of Minneapolis. God bless all Americans, their families, and their kids. God bless the 50 states of America. And at the end, God bless America. And God bless all of you, dear friends. So that was my open letter to the streets of Minneapolis for reasons I explained. Of course, I was saddened uh, to hear and to learn the news of what happened or of what's happening in that great city of Minneapolis. I can show you here. I have one, two. I mentioned in the open letter the New York Times, and I have also too here a few pages from the New York Times, and I want to show you. I have here uh, an article by Lydia Polgren with the title "In Minneapolis," if you can see. In Minneapolis, I glimpsed a civil war. That was published a few days ago. And also, I see here, I have here something that, I mean, you know this picture, you know who that person is, of course. And here I have something written as well in the New York Times a few days ago, and the title, of course, is not very flattering. We have 3 years left with the Mad King. I don't know if you can see this. And a few other things here uh, for the immigrants. If you can see here, the American street. Here is, I want to show you here an American street again from the New York Times, and with a lot of pictures and people as well. You can see people in the streets here. So I mean, of course, we're all sad to see all this and to read this in the papers. And we want the country to be united. And here as well, we have something else. Uh, President's border chief admits crackdown in Minnesota needs fixing. This is uh, from a few days ago as well. And Tom Homan is here. And also here as well, there is another here big article from a few days ago. I mean, I don't know if you can see. Not very flattering again for the president. Trump is not a nationalist, he's something worse. So I think I give you as well. Uh, I try to give you the through these pages and through the words I read to you from my open letter to you, my agony from New York, the agony from the New York streets for what's happening in other cities in America, other states in America, and of course in Minneapolis too. And as I said also, we all love the country, we all support America, and we all love the people in this country. And we want all the people to be helped to obtain citizenship rather than be the government being after them. And I do understand that there are some people that have committed many crimes in the country that have come here. Possibly, I can agree that these people uh, can leave, can be deported, and can go back to their countries or other places. But people that live here for many years love this country and support this country with their hands by working hard and feeling pride every time their eyes meet the American flag. So They have rights, and we have to protect them, and we have to help them, and they have to stay in this country. So this is what I have to say. This is Dimitris Elias from New York, as I said. And if you want, you can make a like. You can